Waiting for it.
So I said hello to them for nothing. I was right. Okay.
You're right.
So we're good?
Yeah.
Now we're live. Now we're live.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing, guys?
Make sure your YouTube volumes are off so you don't get the echo like last time, guys. Good afternoon, everybody. We've been here. Mr. Fuda forgot to hit the live button, so it appears that we were not late. We were here. We were mostly just talking trash on you guys before we decided to hop on. So, how's everybody today? Staying healthy?
Trying our best.
Yeah.
Staying happy?
Trying.
How's the mental health?
Health's pretty good.
I record a lot of.
Could go for a run.
I'm gonna start modding people so they can do stuff.
Say what?
What does that mean, Fuda?
I can add you as moderators to do things in the chat, like moderate the chat, but I don't know what that means on YouTube Live. Built a shelf, nice.
Hi, Miss Jenkins. What's up, Charlie? Henrik.
Oh, I'm watching the wrong one.
Hey, Martin.
So, Mr. Fuda, I think right now you're the only one who has the power to click on a comment and it shows up down here.
We trust you to pick the comment.
Yeah, that's fine. I can pay attention to that now.
Okay.
There, we can bring up. Oh, where'd it go?
Hey, Sam, I don't currently have Animal Crossing. There we go. See, that works. I need the power to do that too. Is there a way you can give me that kind of power, or does that not work? I don't have Animal Crossing yet. Yeah. I've been playing a game called Neo 2. It's kind of like a Dark Souls kind of game. I'm not on Animal Crossing yet. Let's see. Is there a way we could see how many people are here?
So far, we've got 32.
32. Okay, yeah, it's on here. Very cool.
No band guest. Don't have a green screen.
All right. Should we just start with like the sort of basic administrative stuff? I know we got some emails regarding COVID-19 over the last couple of days. I had them pulled up in case we need to go over them. I'm sure they got the emails too, though, and probably read it. The one here just talks about, the stuff we've been talking about for like 2 months, right? Washing your hands and not touching your face and stuff like that. But let's see. It also talked about some of the risks and things like that. If you live or care for somebody with it, things like that. Did you guys see that email? Did you guys read through that? Do you guys have any questions on that? I think they also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One student just said, "What emails?"
Well, I can see if this works. Hold on. Let me see if this thing here works. If I go to share screen, screen 3, share. There we go. You can see it right here. So apparently I have the power to do this. So we got this in our email here. You guys probably got this too. I guess they've been just sending us updates regarding COVID-19 and best practices. I'm sure if there's any announcements they make as far as when we would be opening, things like that, they'll probably go into emails like this too. I figured this got sent to everybody. Maybe you guys got this.
Probably.
It also has like local health department numbers, things like that.
Mr. Minervini, what day did it come out? That might help. It was emailed Monday, I think, right?
It was definitely this week. It might have been Monday.
I think it was Monday, yeah.
It might have been Monday. So just make sure you guys read that if you haven't already. Most of it is probably stuff that you know, but it's there for you guys. By the way, if anybody here wants to do that, just have a separate tab open, click on the bottom, which is share screen, and you can kind of click your window and put those up.
Yep. It brings it up on my dashboard, and I just got to bring it up to the people.
Mr. Minervini, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Just an overall kind of thing. I know in the last live we had, there were some comments being made. There was nothing like explicitly bad, but there was some like subliminal stuff going on in there, and I just want to make sure that everybody is conscious of what they're putting in the chat, and make sure it's still school appropriate so that we can continue to do this. All right.
I also put some guidelines on the chat for moderation. So if there's any flagged inappropriate responses, we have to allow it to actually be put into chat. So
okay.
I don't know if that's going to work. I don't want you to test it. We'll just assume that it works.
Yeah, just an FYI, we want to be able to continue to do this. So
I think the going forward, we're going to be doing this Tuesdays and Thursdays, like 1:30 after school. I think that's the
plan.
Acceptable. I think Diamond's gone again because his face is frozen.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he was really concentrating.
He's no longer with us. I went on.
He's
He's just on really bad delay. He just blinked.
What if he?
You got to plug that thing in.
Yeah.
Got to plug that.
Get that Ethernet up.
That's awesome. I think he's no longer with us.
Yeah, he's gonna be slow in the response too. So it's gonna be like they see 10 seconds delay, we see him 10 seconds delayed.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's back.
So,
Hi, Mr. Diamond.
do we have any like big picture school updates at this point? I'll wait on that.
I can't imagine right now having kids in a house for so long.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard pass for me. But
good to see you on the chat, Denise. Miss Hanford.
Oh yes, Miss Hanford. Say hey, how you doing? I've got some news for students that I'm not sure if I'm supposed to share. I think I am. But we're going to be instituting something called Flex Fridays. It'll be similar to that Monday that you had last week, where you had a chance to sort of get caught up, and it also serves as a chance for teachers to get caught up. So starting this Friday, we'll be implementing that, and we were able to. We took some of the comments that you had contacted us about, and it seemed like last Monday went off and it was very productive for everybody. So starting this Friday, we're going to start with that. So you won't be receiving or have any deadlines that are due on Fridays moving forward.
Okay, very cool. Are there any, you guys might not have answers for this, but are there any updates as far as like officially how long we're closed for? Have they extended that? Have they moved that in either direction?
I heard that Governor Murphy said he's not reevaluating until April 17th, the earliest, but President Trump also put us on a social distancing until April 30th. So I don't know how those things would overlap. But Murphy said he's not even looking at it until April 17th. So that would be after spring break.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I also know that you shouldn't be receiving any work over the break, so that you'll still be able to use that time as you like.
F and chat for Diamond. All right, but
Delaney, can I just address Delaney, two questions? There's the one is that there won't be any tests on Friday. That's part of what that means. Yay. And the other thing is that April 30th is what Trump did. He put the social distancing protocols on till April 30th across the country. But as Ms. Cruz said, we don't know how that overlaps with the New Jersey not making a decision until the 17th. So you can count on until the 17th. And after that, none of us know. How's that?
Thanks, Varun. Yeah. The dinosaur over there. That's the dinosaur. It's a hit. The other thing that I thought of administratively, it came up during the big staff meeting was, is there any word on spring break yet, or is that still kind of like up in the air officially? Are we still taking it, or
no? They said we were going to have it.
We're going to still just have
yes, definitely.
Okay.
My husband's school actually took a vote with all the kids, the teachers, and the parents if they wanted to shorten their spring break and get out a week and a half earlier. And they got an overwhelming response that they did. And so now their spring break is only 2 days long, but they're getting out June 12th, regardless of whatever happens.
Wow.
So
That's why I brought it up.
Good idea.
Our conversations, I think it was Dr. Chincata who brought that up last time, right? So I wanted to see if
yeah.
I was surprised by the response. 90% of teachers and 80% of parents did this. But it's also elementary, so it's a little different.
I mean, I don't think I'm that surprised because it starts to feel like at this point that all the days are the same. To go back,
like, what difference will it really be if we're on spring break, right?
it's not like,
less to do.
Anybody here going out for spring break? Right. That's I'm not surprised that it went to.
We're not going on vacation.
Yeah, so might as well be here, right? I can see why that went that way. Oh,
I mean,
man,
we can't go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good either way. I just know that it came up last time, so I was curious if there was updates on that. Let's see, who else do we see in there? I see some new people here. I see my Sarah. Hello, Andy. How's it going? Sophia, Gordy. Very good. Yeah, that could be a good move. It's not up to me, obviously. I'm about as low on the totem pole as it's going to get. But
I just want to put this out there. I'm the only non-tenured teacher here, so I think I'm lower than you, Mr. Minervini.
And you're driving?
I'm driving.
Kiana has a question.
About gym classes, actually. Yeah, that's a good question.
That would be Mr. Simon.
That would be Mr. Fuda.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah, you're going to switch.
That's a good question. I'll reach out and find out about that.
Yeah, my guess would be they'd probably have to do the switches more so for driver's ed than for gym, right? Because gym is kind of like, you all got to work out, right? Cool. Right? But driver's ed well, I mean, they got to prepare for the written test, right? So to have that class and to have those resources given to them, you know, when they're supposed to get.
They don't get behind the wheel in driver's ed, I guess.
Yeah, that's a separate thing, right? How about major
question from Sifty? Are we going to switch our major classes too?
Ooh, that's another good question. I would assume yes. I would assume yes, we will be. Yeah, it's going to be a little tricky, but yes, we will be.
Thank you, Sophia. That was a lot of Miss Urbano. She did a great job making all those flyers and stuff. Keep those responses coming. We're going to start sharing them throughout the day on our Google Classroom. And then Miss Urbano is going to send out a poster with some of the great responses the next day.
Yeah, I was thinking we would talk about the Spirit Week stuff when we were done with the serious stuff as well. That was on my list of plans. I have a lot of movie talk ready to go. But any other questions before I go over some of the ones that I had from classroom? Let's see. How will you?
Still got a couple from chat. Josh is asking when the marking period is over. I think it's still aligned.
24th or 28th?
April 24th is it?
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah, and as of now, that's not changing.
Okay. And then we have Jonathan's question on how do we address major classes that require external software?
I mean, that's going to vary teacher by teacher. But
legally purchase the software.
Yeah, I doubt that a teacher would be requiring you to have software that you don't have access to. So I would email your teacher to find out.
All right, let's see. I don't see any of the other questions on there. So actually, I got a good question on my Google Classroom. So I told them that we were doing this today. I was like, hey, if you guys have any concerns, school stuff or otherwise. One of the questions I got that I thought was pretty important, somebody asked me, what will happen to the summer programs, things like Algebra 2, stuff like that? And he brought up, you know, many online sites are doing certified courses. If they take those courses, will it count? Will we still be offering the summer courses? I think these kids just like taking their math classes in the summer so they can move up fast, right? Add their college resumes. So how are they going to get that done this year?
I haven't heard anything regarding that yet. I don't know. I'm making assumptions here, but I don't know whether using Eduseer or some other online company that could deliver those courses if we're not delivering them, but I don't have an update on that right now. I'm going to tap out for a second, guys. Mr. Ross contacting me.
Okay. Ask him that question. There you go. Oh, it was you. Yeah, shout outs to you. I don't know if he's here or not right now, but that was his question. Most of the other questions I got school related are students being afraid of tests and how to deliver tests in a not oppressive fashion and things like that. But I feel like That's a lot of the stuff people have been talking about for the past like 3 weeks, right? I don't know if anything's changed. At least in my case, when we cross that bridge, which will probably be end of this week, beginning of next week, I'll just be assigning written stuff and grading it as such. I know somebody brought up, if there's not going to be a lot of tests, maybe they should be weighed less. So it's not like this one test now counts for so much. And, students are just concerned about tests in general. And I think I should throw that to everybody that isn't me, because I have probably the easiest class in the building. So you guys, as far as like tests and stuff like that goes, is there anything you guys have or want to say?
I'm giving my first test. Yeah, I'm giving my first test this weekend. Not weekend, Thursday, because of Flex Friday. They have till Monday to do it, and it's a take-home test. I know they have resources. I know they have each other. I'm well aware of that. But in desperate times calls for desperate measures, and I basically just want them to practice, and I'm using it as a test grade to give them that extra bonus of like another grade in that category. And I know they're going to use their notes, and I'm okay with that because of the circumstances. I'm not trying to give, we're in a weird time. I don't need to add that extra stress of a somehow crazy long test that I'm monitoring their, every movement when they're taking it.
I am not bothering with that.
What I've been doing, what I usually do for the third marking period is I kind of overteach in terms of I teach a little bit difficult content for biology. It's actually like borderline AP bio. So most of their tests are open notes anyway. So it would just continue off of that. We're keeping with the rigor, and they have their notes, they have my videos. So whatever, take the test as many times as you want. And when you get a grade that you're happy with, submit the grade, and I'll take that grade. That's what I'm doing personally, but I don't think it's applicable for everyone.
Okay. Anybody else here or not here? Yeah, I was just going to ask you to put that comment up. So excellent. So let's look at this one. I'd like to know what other teachers are doing to introduce new material. What is the go-to method? I guess I could start here. So for those of you who don't know me or have not had me, I teach social studies. So history, right? World history or U.S. history too. So generally speaking, one thing I did for the chapter was I posted on Classroom the PowerPoint that I would usually use. And I posted all of the, websites, resources, documents, all that kind of stuff. And each day I'll say, hey, look at, slides 2, 3, and 4, or look at, these documents. And here's some things I want you guys to think about. You should answer these and submit them. And here's some other ones maybe you could post in comments. And, say Wednesday, I'm going to come up on here live. I actually started using this StreamYard platform, which I think is actually pretty good because you could do that share screen feature that I showed you guys with that school notice a minute ago. And I'll just come on here and go over that with like all maybe 10 students who showed up last time and just go kind of over each question, make sure they kind of got that stuff. And that's really been about it to this point, right? I'm still kind of working on improving the sort of methods there, but we can go around. Whoever wants to take that next.
I'm just making videos using Smart Notebook, which I use in class, and recording my voice over them, and then doing math Excel assignments to kind of monitor if they're able to do them. Sometimes I have them submit the work with it just so that I can see that they're actually doing it, because I know there's all those math websites out there that do the work for them. And then I'm going live Wednesday after school as well. We'll probably conflict a little bit, Mr. Minervini, to answer any questions they have and to.
I'm going to go before.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I was given your schedule and Diaz's schedule. I'm working on it.
I was given yours. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna go live and then try to take as many questions. And I answer my email pretty much instantaneously, and I'm just trying to stay in constant contact throughout the day when they're working.
Anybody else? Do we have anybody waiting in the queue, or is it just going to be us four today?
I think it's just going to be us four. Diamond, Simon,
Simon and Diamond are out of commission for a moment. Fair enough. Let's see what else is here. Fuda, what kind of videos are you making? Painting videos?
Yeah, maybe some more today. I don't know. I'm trying to get the Bob Ross feeling. It's not easy, but painting a day, get better. But I'm also making, in terms of for class, like the real videos, I do like no longer than, I would say, 10 to 12 minute videos on the topic. say, for instance, Monday, I'll post a video on Monday. They can watch it, and then on Tuesday we do a live stream of the video. We rewatch the video on the live stream. Anyone that tunes in can ask questions. I record that, and then I post that with questions, and then they can watch either video and answer the questions, submit the work, and that's game. Yeah, I think Carl was supposed to come, but no one yet. Fuda has done a ton of helpful stuff for AP Bio too. Yeah, I'm gonna highlight this because Thank you, Sam. Did I miss any questions? I got Haley. Did we answer Haley's question? I don't think so.
Just counting like regular assignments as quizzes and tests.
Yeah.
And then Emma kind of added on to that and said, what about projects? Students can demonstrate their skills in other ways, like PowerPoints, video presentations. I think depending on the test, I think that's the class, that's an awesome idea. I know some classes that would be harder to do than others, but I think that would be an awesome idea for some people to do if it fits into, if they can come up with a really cool project. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I could use myself as an example for that. It's not even just like a subject or teacher. It's even a class by class. I've already done stuff like that with the juniors, and I'm kind of working on how I plan to do that with the freshmen for this particular chapter. So sometimes even like a subject within a subject, it becomes, where can we make these kind of adjustments and do these sort of things? Jessica asked the question and a sad face, right? So where was her question? Oh, it's the last day of school, June 24th. We'll get that in a minute. Let's go back to this one real quick.
Yeah, so Emma, for my class, what I've been toying with the idea of is like making a visually interactive, maybe PowerPoint or Prezi or something like that you spend time on, because we're doing photosynthesis. So like if you go through the reactions and you make it nice and pretty, that's like a week's worth of work in class, in my opinion. So if it's like what I plan on doing, since April 24th is like the last day of the third marking period, the week before that is when I'm going to give you the time to do my project, which will allow you to finish other people's classes work too. So my work will probably take you like maybe an hour and a half in the whole week, and then you can focus on everyone else's work. As long as you finish my work, you finish their work, so on and so forth. People in chat are answering Jessica's question already.
Yeah, Dr. Perez answered her that the date is June 24th. As of now, nothing else has changed.
Okay. What else did we miss on here?
The AP tests was a question about those. Delaney was asking if they were open note or something. So, I can only speak to what I specifically know about the English one, which is a 45-minute test at home, which is going to be a free response. So open note isn't really going to make much difference on that. I don't know how the other ones are created, but yeah, because you're going to be able to do them at home if you want.
I think I saw a post or an article, Delaney, that said that they are open note. I honestly don't know how they can not, or they can police a closed note test, because you can just have different devices or a textbook. I think it's going to be a really lax. I don't think it's something that you need to stress over. You can prepare for it, obviously, but you shouldn't have to go all out on it.
Yeah, I would give, I don't teach an AP class, but a couple words of advice I can give on that, right? I would expect them to be open note, because here's the problem. If you tell people that they're not, there's still going to be people who do it, right? So now you've created a scenario where some people are going to have an advantage over the others. So you have to just say, level playing field, you all do whatever you want, have at it. Now, that's going to sound great to you guys because you're getting open note AP tests to put onto your college resume. But one of the things you have to remember is that's going to be the case for everybody, right? So you're going to be competing with everybody who also had open note AP tests. So you better do extra good on your open note AP test, right? You all better get, is there higher than 5, or I don't even remember.
No.
But you all better get better. You better get 5.5 because everybody's got open note now, right? So that is something you want to keep in mind.
What I will tell you is they're giving you the piece of the test that's not going to make the biggest difference that you have notes. In other words, they're not going to give you multiple choice where you could look up the answers. Like for the English, they're giving a free response, which you're not going to have the topic of, which you're not going to have anything to respond to. You're just going to have to write an essay. Now, you could look back on your notes about writing an essay and all of that stuff, but it's still going to be skill-based. And I believe that all the other tests are similar to that. like whatever piece of the test is not recall memory, studying, do you know what I mean? That you could look up notes in is what they're going to give you.
Delaney, don't be scared. Everyone is in the same boat as you.
Yeah. I think in some senses it's going to be easier, and in some senses it's going to be just as challenging in the sense because the notes won't make that much difference, but they may make some. So that's what I know about the English tests for sure. I'm pretty sure they were all like the same type of thing. They're all 45-minute tests.
What does the wrench next to the name?
That probably means you're a mod or something.
Yeah, it means you're a mod.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Do I have a wrench? Does that give me power on here or only on YouTube?
I think it's on YouTube only.
I don't need that. That doesn't. I need the power here. But let's see. Did we skip over any questions? Going over that, I know Ms. Simon's asking students about Photoshop. Is the grading system changing at all? Not to my knowledge. Is that changing to anybody else?
I mean, I've heard colleges do it. Like Montclair sent an email out that they're doing it for undergraduate courses. And my husband's grad school said that he could have done it for his graduate courses, but I haven't heard for high school.
Let's see. Doesn't that mean they can't? Yeah, okay. That they can't penalize us for information we put.
Mr. Diamond is making dad jokes that are.
Is that happening? Am I missing that right now? Yep. Oh God. Oh no.
As well.
It depends on, I don't know what subject she's asking that question about.
Yeah, that might. I think that's still playing off of the AP exam questions, but I'm not entirely.
That's what I think too. But what subject is she in?
She's in my AP Bio class.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different than.
Sarah Francis asked about SGOs. That's a funny Sarah, so math and English teachers, because we use Linkit, we don't, for our SGOs, we haven't been able to administer them yet. Your other teachers were asked, if possible, to give them, but the math and English departments can't unless we come up with how we're going to handle Linkit from home and timed and all that stuff. So your other classes may start giving your SGOs, but your math and English shouldn't yet, as of right now.
Is this one of those things where as a union we could decide it's not possible and just kind of roll with that?
Don't think so. The state would have to say that SGOs are no longer required for this year. And
not a contractual issue.
All right.
The state would have to say that they aren't collecting SGOs this year.
Correct.
They haven't done that yet.
We can all hope for that.
Yeah.
That might be an appropriate one of the things they do, but we don't know yet.
State testing, right?
Well, that's gone for this year.
So I would assert, and that part won't be part of our review because they canceled the state testing. So, I'm wondering if that might segue into. I mean, we're only speculating, so who knows?
Yeah.
But it's possible.
Anything is possible right now.
Yep.
Are there any concerns that
everyone wants a wrench?
Everybody wants the wrench.
Everybody wants the wrench.
Any other school sort of related questions? Otherwise, we could do some Spirit Week stuff, right? Is there any boring stuff we got to get out the way first, or? Yes, no. Did we hit all the questions here? A lot of tests are going.
Oh, interesting, Delaney.
Everybody wants a wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the wrench was a mistake.
Jessica, the NJSLA was supposed to be the end of May for high tech, or Isaac. That's the NJSLA, the same thing. But it has been canceled for this year.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for that. So let's talk Spirit Week, right? Let's talk. It seems like they're everybody just wants tools now, right? Do we need to do change one of the days to Spirit Week where we make one of those online surveys? Which tool are you? And you answer a bunch of stupid questions and they're like, you're a tape measure. And everybody's like, oh, I'm a tape measure. There you go.
Before we move, they're all asking the same question. No, you are not taking the NJSLA this year. For math, English, or science, you are not taking the NJSLA.
I thought when you said they were all asking the same question, it was just going to be, can I have a wrench?
They are asking that too.
But all right, so for those of you who again have not been getting the emails, we started Spirit Week this week, right? That started yesterday.
Yes. If anyone wants to join our student council announcements and events Google Classroom, you can join with the class code DIONRST. Okay. I'll type that in the chat. It's DIONRST. And Ms. Urbano and I have been posting some of your entries so far, which have been awesome. Yesterday was Movie Monday, which included movies, books, and TV. Today is food and recipes and things like that. If you have any, that would be great. Send those in. We'll post some of them. Tomorrow is Workout Wednesday. So if you could submit any of those, that would be great. Talent Thursday, so anything crafty you're doing. And then Friday is Fun Friday. What games are you playing? So Fuda and Minervini, I'm expecting a lot from you on that day.
You're going to get a lot from me on movies today. You can get a lot. For some reason, it's not letting me do the screen share now because I have the I saw you guys put out like a pamphlet. Yeah, this thing here that was kind of like a collage of people's answers.
Mr. Urbano made that. Yeah, she is the MVP here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, so you guys have this in your email. You guys could open this up. I'll take it off of here. But yeah, you guys should have gotten that email. It's kind of a little collection of some of the answers that people have given out. I see a lot of TV shows for Movie Monday, but fair enough.
We were open to books, TV, and movies.
Yeah, I know, but who reads books, right? That's
a book.
That answer for a teacher.
That's a terrible. I know my wife's upset with me right now. She reads books. But we could talk movies. Why don't we go around before they get into it? Because they had an opportunity to submit their answers. I suppose I did too, but I don't really check my emails. So
is this movies or TV shows? Just movies, right?
No, movies, TV shows, and books.
We'll go through all three. We'll go movies, then we'll go TV shows, then we'll go books. We'll go all three. We got. Are you guys like pressed for time?
Let me.
No, I have a grad school meeting at 4.
Still not allowed outside, so yeah.
Hey, Ms. Loft here. Hi, Ms. Loft. So yeah, we'll start with movies. And I took down, I'm not going to share my screen right now, but I have like a nice little outline. I broke it down by genre. And I think that's important, right? Because you guys are sitting here bored all the time, and you might be in the mood for a comedy, or you might be in the mood for a drama, or a high-tech TikTok, but might be in the mood for, a comic book movie or a Disney cartoon or something like that. So let's go genre by genre. I was going to start with comedies. And I would answer comedy with like 3 things. I feel like we've grown up. I know Fuda and I are pretty much the same age. We pretty much grew up in sort of 3 eras of, I'm 33. There you go. We grew up in 3 eras of comedy, right? We had like the Adam Sandler Renaissance, right? Which was the Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, et cetera, right? All the Adam Sandler ones. And that was kind of like our middle school-ish sort of Renaissance comedy. Happy Gilmore, I think, is still one of the best comedies of all time. Then we got into the Will Ferrell Renaissance, right? Which was like old school Anchorman, Step Brothers, Semi-Pro, the most underrated comedy of all time. Talladega Nights, right? All those kind of movies.
Ricky Bobby.
What happened?
Ricky Bobby.
Oh yeah, Talladega Nights. That's Talladega Nights.
I think that's based off of a real person, isn't it?
It might be. I don't remember.
Okay.
And then there was the brief, like Seth Rogen sort of. Period, right? Seth Rogen period. What do you guys like? What are your favorite comedies? Let's go around. Now that I've already answered the question correctly.
I'm an oddity in this world. I don't love movies. I don't like things that I can't talk during and I can't ask. So I like TV shows a little bit more because they're shorter and my attention span can handle them.
Fair. Okay.
I'm probably not the best one for this one.
Comedy
what? You think
recommendations?
TV shows are shorter
than movies? Movies can be like 4 hours long.
Yeah, The Bachelor season is like 8 hours long. It's just segmented. Don't get me wrong, I watch The Bachelor too, and it's fabulous.
It's awful.
Or The Bachelor.
I feel I'm embarrassed that you just told the world that I watched that.
It's kind of like they're talking about Tiger King. It's like the train wreck you cannot look at, right? That's sort of what The Bachelor and The Bachelorette are like.
Well, I did binge watch. I was embarrassed.
Oh, we haven't.
Any other comedy recommendations from the comment valley? Kumar. That's I wouldn't call that school appropriate, but I would call it good. Any other?
Mr. Simon, I think you have the YouTube open because there's echoes.
The Mrs. Simon is the problem.
Oh,
it's okay. I'll move.
All right. Let's go with the genre that they'll probably.
I want to stick with comedies. What are some new comedies? Because I feel like comedies have kind of evolved into just romantic comedies. There's no like real true comedies anymore. It's either like an adventure comedy. What's up?
I said I had this conversation with my wife an hour ago. I was like, isn't every Adam Sandler movie a rom-com just like in disguise, right? Like even Happy Gilmore's a rom-com.
Technically, yeah, there's romantic aspects of it. Billy Madison too, but yeah.
Stand-up comedies. That's true. There's a lot of stand-up comics on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix changed that game for sure, right?
Mr. Minervini, Billy Madison, teacher's name.
Billy Madison's the most overrated of his movies. Don't ask me Billy Madison questions.
Yeah, Bo is great, Charlie. John Mulaney, didn't he just come up with Some Good News YouTube channel? That thing was great. Zoe, you can't get a wrench. Sophia's the only student that gets a wrench. Sorry. Veronica Vaughn. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I knew it. I just don't want to say it.
Yeah, I can't think of the last real movie I watched other than Frozen 2.
Hello?
With Richard.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but yes. What do you say, Mr. Simon? You can't watch it by yourself?
What's that new Seth Rogen movie?
He has a new one. I just watched The Interview again. Speaking of Seth Rogen,
Simon said Frozen 2 was absolutely fire.
Oh, that was rated R. Are we allowed to say R-rated comedies or no?
Say a disclaimer that they should watch it with parental permission.
Permission. The Long Shot was a really good one. It has Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. It was a pretty cute rom-com. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Rom-coms, I guess, aren't really my genre. Not on purpose, anyway.
We watched Uncut Gems the other night. I had to leave halfway through it. It was annoying the crap out of me.
I heard good things. I didn't see it,
yeah, same.
What?
I said I heard good things. I didn't see it though.
It depends. Like it's a I don't know. I like some dramatic comedies, and I don't know. I left during half of it, so I didn't finish it. So I'm not a good like reviewer, I guess you could say. I did watch 1917.
Fuda, highlight Mr. Diamonds. Yeah,
I got you.
Sorry, moderator of.
1917 was a good movie.
1917 was good.
We got on our Spirit Week yesterday a lot of Grey's Anatomy binge watching. Multiple people. I know it's not
fave. Oh, and Good Girls. Good Girls was the one I posted in student council.
Oh, I saw that one today. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been binge watching that. That's good.
Jojo Rabbit, I heard was a good one too. Yeah.
If you guys are looking for more of a drama movie, shout outs to Mr. Zablicki's recommendation, Cinderella Man. Literally one of the best movies ever.
Oh yeah.
Sure, that was back when like Russell Crowe was super hot. I mean, a really good actor. I want to see Cinderella Man. Very, very good. Great Depression boxer. James Braddock, he was from like Hudson County, right? There's stuff named after him. Watch Cinderella Man. Super, super good movie. The other GOAT drama movie, I know Miss Luminoso was telling the kids to watch Shawshank Redemption. Strong choice. Weird recommendation.
Yeah, really good movie.
That's That's another really good one.
I think Shawshank might be like up there in like my top 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
me
a
too.
best movie. That's a best movie of all time.
Like when I think of
Power
a good
good.
movie, it's a good movie.
Yeah, what are the ones everybody says? Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the two that everybody says all the time.
I've never watched Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
Watch it.
so good. So good.
Scary. I don't do scary movies.
It's not
No.
scary.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the goat reference?
Greatest of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Used by Mr. Diaz.
Yeah, Breakfast Club is up there with the greats.
Oh my God, my husband is on like the 18th time watching The Office.
Oh.
I could watch that for the rest of my life too.
Oh my God, every time there's noise in our
This
house.
is why our Netflix prices keep jumping, because you all want to watch The Office for the 19th time, so they got to pay $1 billion for The Office. You saw it 19 times. That's enough times. Let them spend their money elsewhere so we can keep our prices down.
You know what? This is a hot take, and I'm with this. Oh wait, can I? Yeah.
Oh, I agree 100%, Isabella. Yeah, Parks
Oh
and
yeah.
Rec.
Chris Pratt is a mastermind in that show. He like shapes it, and like all the other secondary cast is just as good.
Yeah,
But,
Parks
like,
and
What are you talking about?
Parks and Rec. Like the bloopers from Parks and Rec smash the bloopers from The Office.
Sophia's comment is kind of hilarious. She's watched 2 out of 3 seasons of Survivor.
Who's this?
Sophia. I don't know if I could watch more than 1 season of the
There's 40 seasons.
I know, right?
Your mind's a little
That came out in like 2001, right?
They're probably doing like 2 or 3 a year.
Yeah,
Right.
it's 2 a year, I think.
It's 2 a year, yeah.
Yeah, probably a little bit before 2001, but yeah.
I wish.
I have not seen it, Jake.
Can I take a sidebar for a second and put in a plug for the wellness page? that they just
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so all of the different teachers, like, are doing nutrition, workouts, stretching. There's yoga and mindfulness, and all kinds of stuff. And they're putting all kinds of resources and workouts for you guys up there. I think it looks. I went on it this morning and posted something. It's really got a lot of really good stuff on it. So if you guys haven't logged on to it or you need the code for it, I think you could email probably any one of us. We could give it to you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But, you could, or the gym teachers, I guess. They're all, I don't know who's, I know I'm a teacher on it, but I don't know who else is exactly. I think Miss Velasquez, Miss Suarez, Mr. Comprelli, Mr. Ensman, Miss Doria. I don't remember who else.
Stojak, I think. Miss Stojak.
Yeah, probably Stojak, yeah. And so, but if you have trouble getting on, then just email one of us and we'll figure out how to get you on no matter what.
Yeah, it was really awful. Awesome.
Working it.
Melissa, that was the example of what Cleese sent out today in his PSA. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
The picture?
Yeah, of what day it was.
Yeah, Blur's Day, I think.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
All right. What was I just gonna say? Back to the Spirit Week stuff, right? So which Office character is Mr. Fuda, I guess? Or sorry, not Office. Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec is better. I like to think of myself as a John Ralphio personally. But what do y'all think? It's a tough call. Let's see. Saddest part of this homeschool stuff is not spending it with the teachers. Yeah. Okay.
I think Jessica, I think we feel the same way.
Yeah.
Feeling mutual.
Uh-oh. Go ahead, Steven. Can't guarantee you that I know the answer, though.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
Ooh, we lost
Misty Part.
Creed is the only good character in The Office.
Yeah, Braddock, James J. Braddock statue has it in Hudson County Park, or Park 80 from for you North Bergen people.
Going back to, somebody commented before going into the movies, I forgot who, I'd have to scroll up, but somebody said they were rewatching all of the Marvel movies. So we can kind of run through, like, what are your favorite comic book movies and why is it Dread 3D, right? That's easily the best one. Like zero. Nobody's seen Dread 3D. It's so good, though.
I don't have a wrench. That's rude.
What?
I don't even have a wrench. That's rude.
Well, you didn't ask for one.
Yeah, guys, all you got to do is ask for a wrench and you get one.
How can a virus, should I take this? How can a virus mutate and adapt to new environments and other organisms? Something that might be similar to the coronavirus. So first of all, viruses mutate and adapt every in a given set time, and different viruses mutate at different rates depending on what type of virus it is, whether it's like a bacteriophage or something like that. The silver lining of the coronavirus is that it has one of the slowest mutated rates in all of the coronaviruses that we've seen. It does something like 1 or 2 RNA nucleotide mutations every like 2,000 to 3,000 infections or something like that. So it's not something that people are very scared of, because it can't mutate that fast. That's the silver lining of the coronavirus. Oh, we have a dog now. And you are muted, Misty Pars. So hopefully that answers.
Let's see. Jessica needs help watching the Marvel movies. I just posted a link. I just found it on Tech Radar, how to watch the Marvel movies in order. I think that'll give you like do you want to watch them in order of when they came out, or do you want to watch them in order of when they take place on the timeline? So you'll have kind of those two options as far as how to go about watching those movies. Disney Plus is pulling through. Let's talk Disney. As you guys can see, I came prepared to talk Disney movies. With Powerline right here. Shout out to the Goofy movie. The best Disney movie. Easily the best Disney movie. I saw a lot of Frozen 2. I see a lot of Disney Marvel, Disney Plus. Let's see. If you forget that, you can go all bio on everybody. Yep. Yeah, teachers are people too, right? You guys might not know this yet, but we have like, our knowledge in our content fields, but like, we live in houses and apartments, just like y'all. We watch TV and play video games, and
we eat food.
We do eat food. Yeah, I ate food a couple hours ago. It's true. We do that. What happened?
We do other things.
Yeah, we have like lives and hobbies and stuff.
Sophia, I just got my notification for unlimited lives on Candy Crush last night, and I got so excited.
I know, right? Me too.
That's really funny.
Oh my God,
what our life has devolved into.
Oh, yeah.
People who play Candy Crush are technically gamers, so welcome to the group.
Man, I do not feel comfortable.
Qualified myself as that, Fuda.
I mean, mobile gaming is the biggest gaming market at the moment.
Yeah,
so
I always thought of myself as a non-gamer. I'm crushed.
We figured out how to play Jackbox out with people outside of my house the other night. Finally, I know some of the kids were giving me suggestions the other day, but it finally worked.
Fast and Furious movies. All right.
Departed is the favorite.
Who's ever phone that was? That was amazingly quick reflex time. I just want to say.
Thank you.
True, right? To turn that off. Looks
like
Elvis Cruz, right? Looks like
that was less than like half a second reaction time. Like you were on it.
I have swift reflexes.
Impressive.
Drawful 2 is free on multiple platforms right now. There you go, guys. Get on that.
Oh, we got to give her a wrench.
I think the wrenches probably lose their power when everybody has.
Yeah, if everybody has a wrench, does anybody have a wrench?
Yeah, but only teachers have wrenches, and Sophia, because she said she wanted a wrench first, so I have to, respect. Nah, Lucy, too late. It was only the first student that asked. I want a wrench. I'm Ron Burgundy.
All right, let's talk books. I'm going to sit this one out, though. I know there's people in here who've been dying to talk books, so I can put my mic on mute for a bit. I'll bite my tongue. Y'all can handle that.
I just finished Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell last night, which was pretty good. She has a bunch of books. And I'm starting Educated today, which was a Miss Urbano recommendation from the Spirit Day yesterday.
I feel like my Sarah is
it's a good question.
Prolific reader. I personally, when I read, I don't like nonfiction and I don't like real life. I go in the fantasy, sci-fi genres just because I like to escape our world. So like, yeah, I have some good sci-fi recommendations and fantasy recommendations if you guys want it. Right now I'm reading Why the Last Man. It's a graphic novel. It's pretty cool. I talked about it last week.
Amira, I've heard of that. Mr. Diamond, didn't you suggest The Hate You Give to Us, or wasn't that something that we talked about in SEL?
Who said that? I want to highlight it.
Amira, The Hate You Give? I'm pretty sure we took an excerpt out of that in SEL that we read. But I could be wrong. Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what I remember it from.
Mr. Diaz teaches that. Mr. Diaz, why don't you jump on here? We have an extra spot.
Yeah, I only read books with pictures, so I almost exclusively read books with pictures. Now that can mean comics or instruction manuals, right? Those both. But that's pretty much the extent of.
I have one for the teachers. It's the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins.
5-second rule.
Nice.
Is it fantasy?
No, it's like I don't know. It's in the world of self-help, but I listened to it on audiobook, but she's very entertaining, and it's a cool thing to put practices in place. Anyway.
Cool.
Is that a brand new sentence? Mr.
Sort of.
Diaz?
That's why he doesn't want to come on to the chat.
My eyes look horrendous.
Lost your sunglasses.
Yeah, this would be a great time to read something depressing. I agree with Diamond. Y'all should read Grapes of Wrath. You got any books about like pandemics that kill anybody too? Like what can we get on books on pandemics that kill everybody?
No, Watership Down is the worst book in the entire world. If you need an awful book to read.
In terms of depressing?
No, just in terms of being awful. And that time I actually meant awful, not awesome.
Any Lovecraftian horror fans? I do not know much.
I've heard this from a few kids. Martin asked if reading his physics book counts as reading, and someone in our Spirit Week said that reading for English, I think, is their reading for the quarantine.
Mr. Diamond, have you read? Is it The House of Leaves?
My Sarah's asking somebody to write a story.
My Sarah, that's actually such a good idea to journal during this time, so you can look back on it in 10 years and be like, wow, we lived through the pandemic.
We had to like sit on our couches and watch Netflix all day. Guys, it was awful. Trust me. Let's see what else we saw here.
Zoe, there's no better time than now to start writing again.
Down, Percy Jackson.
Perfect time, even if you just journal every morning when you get up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, by the way, Kylo wins, right? Highlight that. Goosebumps all the way. That might be that might be the last time I read a book that didn't have pictures in it. True story.
Are you talking about the teen Goosebumps? We should do a writing challenge, Mr. Diamond. That would be a good idea.
We should do a book reading here. I left my copy of Marlon Bundo in my classroom, though. I'll have to get something else, but I'll sit here and like read, a book to everybody.
What's the closest book I have? I have
If
two.
you guys want to learn about labor unions, I might have Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type. I will read that live on stream to all of you. By the way, that book is better than whatever you all are talking about.
This one has pictures, Mr. Minervini.
You love trees.
Pictures of trees.
Yeah, but that's like ugly pictures. That doesn't.
Why
But trees are awesome.
Who drew that?
And then Darwin
Miles,
comes
that's
to
a
the
great
comes to
question.
town.
But that's a question for another day. I don't know if I still have my copy of Click Clack Moo. I might have to go on Amazon. Let me see if I can get that on Amazon now. The best book ever.
I thought you just said you don't read books.
Well, I read this book. It's a children's book, hon. It's,
I don't think I ever read that.
you never? Oh, I can get the hardcover for $7. This is. I know Jeff Bezos exploits his workers and everything, but like this is what we get for it. So this is pretty great. I can get this for $7 in stock. Delivery Saturday. What happened to 2 days?
Yeah, that's not happening right now. They're prioritizing Minervini.
Yeah, I know they're not prioritizing a book about labor unionization.
No.
I get it.
Interesting.
Honestly, I did order a puzzle and 2 books off Amazon, and it said it could take like an extra week, and they all came over the weekend. So I think they're just giving longer deadlines than like actually are possibly going to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy Click Clack Moo now. So if we have nothing to talk about on Tuesday, I'm gonna live read that to y'all. That's just so we have like a fallback plan.
Sam wants us to read him bedtime stories.
Slightly creepy.
Yep.
Order place. We're good. It actually is a good lesson in unionization and why it's important and how it works. True story. So we're definitely not having Spirit Week in school, ? Twin Day.
When we get, it depends when we get back, because obviously the battle of the classes has been postponed. So it depends if we go back with enough time before school ends to get that done.
Any of you all on the screen here want to twin with me? I'm down to twin. We could do that Tuesday too. We could just all be twinned as.
Oh my God, you and Fuda should twin.
What should we twin as? I don't have any like metal shirts or anything like that.
Powerline is not a metal band. Powerline is the singer in the Goofy movie.
I just saw like I saw Power and I didn't see the Goofy thing. And I'm like, okay, you listen to metal, Power, yeah, it makes sense.
Come on, Stand Out, Eye to Eye. You guys don't know these songs?
I gotcha.
I know it. When you have to leave the house to go to like the grocery store, I just get stuff delivered. Or yeah, that's basically.
I tried to do delivery, but most of them are all blocked out for like a week. So I went once for my grandma so that she didn't have to go out. But otherwise, I haven't needed anything yet. I am getting delivered April 6th, though. I did get that online.
We do most of delivery, but sometimes my grocery store is locked. Yeah, except for toilet paper and cleaning supplies. I still have those.
It's always good to as The Rock. That's pretty dope. Let's see.
Let me get that off. Man, I am laggy. Who gets prunes during a quarantine?
That's a great question. Nobody.
Not a good idea.
Nobody does.
Mr. Diamond drove around for an hour yesterday because he was going a little crazy.
We've done that. We took a Saturday night out drive around just to pretend.
Yeah.
Are you a plant?
I'm going for a
You're
walk.
a plant.
Out of the house.
Can you teach us how to photosynthesize? Yeah, I'd like to learn how to do that if you could teach that. Did we lose him? We might have lost him. Fuda, are you still amongst us?
I don't.
Hello?
Oh, man.
He's trying.
My wife might have video call and downgrading. I'm still here though, and
You're cutting in and out.
Not working.
He's gone. He's no longer with us.
Oh, no.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you though. We could hear you.
Okay.
Now you're
Too
just
much bandwidth.
Yeah, sometimes if you cut the video, it'll stop cutting out.
Pick up. You can try turning it back on and see if that does it.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Is it though? I kind of want to see it. Let's see. What else did we miss in here? People want a twin. I don't really know what it means, Mr. Diamond. I just know that it is. Chat. I don't know where that comes from. It's just something that kids do. All
right, so it goes back to a video game where you were at a funeral and the person being sent down into the grave, you can press the button F to pay respects. So now whenever anyone disconnects or stream dies, you press F to pay respects.
Yeah, that's right. I did know that. I forgot that.
Okay. The more you know. Yes, Andrew, I'm going to grade them when I get some motivation to.
Yeah, that's the best answer, right? That's what I always say. They're like, when are you guys putting this up? I'm like, when I feel like it. Any other questions?
When are you guys going to answer?
I did update yesterday, so we're good. But that's always my favorite question. When are we getting this? When I feel like it. That's when you're getting that. Plus it wrong. What else did we miss up here?
Hello, please say it then.
Anybody? A lot of talk about prunes and fiber. Interesting. Let's see.
Delaney, that's one of his relatives. It's not his immediate family. He doesn't own his family doesn't own Fuda Tile. I think it's like an uncle or cousin or something.
Yeah, so it's
life.
Damn. Yeah, you do. Oh, I'm lagging again.
You got a Peloton bike? Where'd you get all that money?
My wife works in New York City. She's she's basically huh?
You never know what she actually does.
No one does.
She teaches people how to photosynthesize for a living, right?
Yes,
That's
there you go.
Good money in that. I don't think he's coming back. But anyway, what else did I have here? Going back to that was it for books. I heard I just ordered a book. See that you guys encouraged me to read, so good job. So it's all right, fine. Okay, getting back to movies then, since y'all didn't have much opinion about Disney movies. Here we go. Best Christmas movie. We'll go around the table here. Everybody's got a favorite Christmas movie, growing up or now, and I'll tell you all why you're wrong after the fact. So.
I again don't really watch enough movies. I'm heartless. I
know. Is the IRS still working? I'm sure.
I haven't. I've got an old one. It's a Jim Henson movie, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
I do not know what that is, but I'm going to look into that.
A lot of people don't, but I could probably quote the entire movie from beginning to end.
Interesting. Yeah, I see some Home Alone here. I see Christmas Story. I see someone put Elf. Good answer. Not the answer, but a good answer. How about Miss Separ's favorite Christmas movie?
I was muted. It's a Wonderful Life.
There we go. It's a wonderful. All right. Okay, Diaz, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Here we go.
Yes, it is. I agree with that.
Because Christmas is part of the setting doesn't mean the movie is about Christmas, right? That's not how that works. Like if a movie takes place on a Wednesday, nobody's like, man, that's the best Wednesday movie. That's not how this stuff works. It's not, just because there's a Christmas tree in the back does not. It's a great movie. It's one of the best action movies, but it's not a Christmas movie. And the correct answer is Jingle All the Way. Anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, Phil Hartman.
Oh my God, that is the first movie ever.
You cannot beat Jingle All the Way.
That is
the best. You don't like Jingle All the Way?
It's so bad.
Wait, so you don't watch any movies, but you saw Jingle All the Way and hate it. Where's Christmas Story?
It's such bad acting. It's horrible.
You weren't looking for Best Actor Oscars. It's a kid's Christmas movie.
Horrible.
Yeah, Gordy.
Can you hear me now?
Turbo Man. That's right.
Gotcha.
Turbo Man.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Minervini. The Rise of the Guardian with Klaus in it, who's Santa Claus. Is that a Christmas movie? It has
I don't know the
Santa Claus in it.
I don't know the movie. I couldn't answer that.
Okay.
I have to watch the movie. But fundamentally, for me, the question is the movie about Christmas, or are there just elements of Christmas in it? Right?
I would say Jingle All the Way is more about capitalism than Christmas, because it's just
are you
one.
under the impression that Christmas is about not capitalism? How many people die a year on Black Friday? Just out of like, that's exactly what. There's no movie that is more about Christmas than the one about capitalism. Like that's what Christmas is.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, we got kids.
Invasion of the Mini Simons.
Christmas Vacation, good choice. Fair enough.
Iron Man 3. Love it.
Elf is overrated, but that doesn't mean it's not good, right? You could be really good and be overrated. For example, if you're the second best and people think you're the best, technically you're overrated, right? So you could be overrated and still be solid. Elf is solid. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of Rise of the Guardians. Fair enough. Die Hard. Die Hard's a great movie. I enjoy it, but I'm not like, oh, it's December 14th, time to watch Die Hard, right? I'll watch that in July. It's all the same. It's not, yeah. Elf is so bad. I don't know if I agree with that. Will Ferrell's good. So what's your favorite then if Elf is so bad? Let's see. I have to, apparently I got to see Rise of the Guardians. I see that coming up a lot.
Rise of the Guardians is pretty sweet.
I'm not familiar. Do you know that movie?
What?
Rise of the Guardians?
I haven't watched it. No.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that one either.
It's a good kids movie.
The Grinch, that's my other favorite.
The Grinch is good. The old cartoon Grinch, right, for us old people. And also the Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys, right? That's another classic, right? Yukon Cornelius is not to be trifled with. That's a pretty serious individual there. Yeah, the live action Grinch, probably not.
Yeah, but Jim Carrey kind of killed it.
He's good in it, but I like the original cartoon Grinch the best. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It's like saying Toy Story 4 is better than Toy Story 1. No.
Oh, I just watched that too. It made me so sad.
You see like 2 movies now. We're getting a count here.
I still have my favorite toy from when I was a kid.
I almost cried. It was so sad.
Just in case it does come to life. Bonus points if anyone knows who this is and where it's from.
Oh, man. It's familiar and it's on the tip of my tongue.
He-Man?
It is He-Man.
Oh man, what was his name?
I'll let you mellow with it, not spoil it.
Oh, he's mulling over there.
Oracle?
Orko.
Wow.
Yeah, got it.
Let's diversify a bit because I said Christmas and I shouldn't have, right? It's 2020. Favorite holiday movies, right? So please branch outside of Christmas on this one, right?
Show it again. They want to see your yes, Haley, it wasn't great, I know, but it still made
Did you have the Castle of Greystoke?
Oh yeah, I think my mom has it in her attic.
Simon's talking like He-Man toys right now. Yo, you got Lion-O with the karate chop action.
Lion-O is great. Nothing beats early 90s, late 80s cartoons.
All behind me, right? But
like, I know it's nostalgia, but like, it was actually like something that you can consistently rewatch.
Mr. Diamond's comment.
Orko is your imaginary friend? This thing has like copyright 1983.
Wow.
It's like the original Beyblade. You grip it and rip it and it spins. And it still spins. Yeah, it stays right there.
Mr. Fuda, did you watch the USA Cartoon Express?
USA what?
Cartoon Express?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Jabba Jaws, Grape Ape.
I like where this is going. I don't know any of those, but I like where this is going.
No?
So it's a little bit it came out 3 years. So. Yeah, it came out 3 years before I was 4 years before I was born.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Good stuff.
It was awesome though. Jessica's flexing her Johnny Bravo action figure right now. That's good. What were you like growing up cartoons? I wasn't as into cartoons. I was more into like Power Rangers, right? The live action kids shows, right? That was my
and Hey Arnold.
The Nicktoons, Hey Arnold. Love Hey Arnold. I frequently name things to Bob Avenger if you got that reference on Hey Arnold. I have Hey Arnold references.
Did you watch Street Sharks?
I hate
No, but I know what it is.
Mr. Diamond. I hate SpongeBob.
No, the best Nicktoon. First of all, the best Nicktoon is Doug Funny.
Yes.
Yes.
Doug Funny. But then, like the next tier is like, Hey Arnold is really good.
I would put
I hated
Rocco's Modern Life on with the Doug tier.
that
It's under Doug, but
definitely under Doug.
Depends on how many tiers there are.
In the middle of a baseball game in junior high, and he's a kid who writes in a journal every day. That's the premise of the show. Nothing else in any cartoon could ever beat that. They're like, why is he so bad at baseball? And they're like, wait, you're lefty? Like, what? He's in junior high. That's the best thing that ever happened.
Ed and Eddie is also great.
No, I did that one too.
Foster's Home for Imaginary's Friends. Yep.
I like Very Odd Parents.
Very Odd Parents was one of like the good later ones. That was when I was starting to get like too old for that. Says the guy with the dinosaur in the back here.
Charlie, pop quiz.
I'm starting to get like too old. Right?
What's the dog's name? What's Doug's dog's name? Don't tell him. Charlie, what's Doug's dog's name?
Pork chop.
I just said don't tell him.
Oh, I thought he said what's Doug's cat name, and I was like,
Doug's dog's name.
His dog, yeah, okay. For some reason, I heard cat, and I was gonna freak out. I was Roger Klotz had a cat, right?
Yeah, Roger Klotz had a cat for sure.
That show is so good. I miss that show. I know I sound like I was just watching it before I got on here, right? But I was not. I miss that show. Yeah, I do listen to the Beats all the time. That is true. I do have the Beats on my running playlist. For those of you who don't know, the Beats were a band within the Doug Funny universe. It was like their version of the Beatles.
Oh, yes.
I have a few of their songs on my running playlist.
Wait. I have the song on the tip of my head. Their popular song.
Popular songs, plural.
Yeah. Yeah. But like the main one that.
Ooh, Last Airbender is very good. Good call, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You're missing these songs right now?
Yeah, I can't get it. I'm getting old.
I Need More Allowance, Killer Tofu.
Killer Tofu, that's it.
Come on, dude.
I mean, you were watching it before the
no, I wasn't.
Happened.
All right, guys, I got to run.
Bye, Mr. Gordon. Good to see you.
All right, good time. See you Thursday.
Bye.
Mr. Dink is a great character. I like how Charlie knows his stuff. Mr. Dink.
I think the original Spider-Man from like the early '90s was a pretty decent cartoon for Marvel's like first voyage into cartoonage.
Super good too.
Yeah,
the X-Men was super good too. Best theme song ever, by the way, in television. The original X-Men. What are some other good? Like theirs are going to be different from ours, right? They grew up on like SpongeBob. That was kind of like the tail end of my career.
SpongeBob.
FAB is.
I have to do my PSA still.
What's that?
You thanks.
Yeah, I have to do my PSA. I have a good PSA.
Oh, what do you got?
I'm not sharing it yet. Just yet.
No,
you got to go do it elsewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Arthur and Peppa Pig. Yeah. Okay.
Arthur's pretty good.
All right. Maybe on Thursday we'll have a competition.
Yeah, Charlie's got like the old school Nicktoons, right? Doug, Ren, and Stimpy. Wait, who was a mouse?
Mr. Diamond. My mom used to, when I couldn't tell time yet, my mom used to tell me how far away we were in the car by how many Rugrats it would take to get there. How many episodes.
Good.
So, like, if we were 30 minutes away, she would say we're 2 Rugrat episodes away.
I like it.
And then you learned multiplication because of it.
And now look where I am.
Yep.
A math teacher.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, very good. Also not a cartoon. Excellent show. Let's see. Codename Kids Next Door. They're probably watching them on like. Does anybody stream Fresh Prince? Is that on anybody's service or no?
I think it used to be on Nick at Night.
I was thinking Nickelodeon needs to do what Disney did with Disney Plus. They have a very big catalog. I was having because I went to a friend's house. This was before coronavirus time, right? I went to a friend's house and he had Disney Plus, and I started thinking about it. And I was like going on like Wikipedia, the best source on the internet, right? To find like all the Nickelodeon stuff. They've had so much good programming. They could probably do what Disney Plus does. You guys are not going to like if I start rifling off shows, you guys are not going to realize how big their catalog is.
Guts.
Like, it would probably, but Nickelodeon Guts. First of all, Mike O'Malley ended up on a sitcom. That's
that one.
I love how like the producers.
What's the Temple one? Oh, that's
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes.
Kurt Fogg was the host. I know all these guys, but I love how like they're producing this show called Yes Dear, and they're like, okay, we need a guy to play like this dad. He's kind of lazy, but he's got some kids and all that. And they were like, well, where's that guy from Nickelodeon, Guts? He'd probably be like really good for this. Like he ended up on that show. That's amazing. But yeah, you had a lot of game shows. You had Guts, Global Guts, Wild and Crazy Kids, What Would You Do, Double Dare, all like 9 different iterations of Double Dare, Legends of the Hidden Temple. Then you had your variety shows like Keenan and Kel and all that, and Are You Afraid of the Dark, and Salute Your Shorts, and Hey Dude. I bet you guys forgot those.
Nope, I didn't.
Cartoons.
Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete's excellent. When I was in middle school, I had a shop teacher, and his claim to fame was in the shop class episode of Pete and Pete, those are his hands building the thing. He would always tell us that. Like, if you watch that episode of Pete and Pete, those are my hands.
All right. Most underrated TV shows that only lasted 1 or 2 seasons. Go.
Firefly.
Yeah, that's one of them. But there's another one, a little bit older one.
I
think this one only had 1 season.
Oh, I loved the Wild Thornberries.
We had Wild Thornberries. You had, speaking of Secret World of Alex Mack. There's so many shows. Like, their catalog is so big.
Yeah, brought me down memory lane. Now I'm happy.
I don't know the answer to this, Mr. Food. I feel like Firefly is going to be the best one.
Yeah, there's 2. One is definitely Firefly. The other one, Freaks and Geeks.
Okay, fair enough. That wasn't on my mind, but fair enough.
Has everybody that's relevant.
Well, yeah,
that
was
true,
relevant
right? Like 6 years ago.
Seth Rogen. Did that have like James Franco on it too?
It had James Franco, it had Seth Rogen, it had a bunch of popular actresses too that I can't remember their names because Seth Rogen stole it. It had Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
I forgot his name, but yeah, he was in it. There are a lot of people.
You just got Miss Jenkins very excited about Freaks.
Freaks.
Jason Segel.
Yeah, Jason Segel.
That's his name.
The whole squad was in Freaks and Geeks. Can we get Mr. Diamondback on here, or is he still having technical difficulties? The more people on here, the smaller like my face is, right? So I'll take that.
No, if we only go to 2, we get real big faces.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I messed up.
They canceled the show. Maybe they all quit.
I'll be right back.
Why is your face gigantic, Mr. Food?
I don't know. I pressed the wrong buttons. There you go.
I've been playing Scrabble live and also on my phone. And I've been doing a puzzle that my husband bet I couldn't finish today. And I have now. I can't do math.
How many episodes of Rugrats?
10 hours. 40 episodes of Rugrats to complete.
We got this. We'll figure it out. But yeah, what are some good? Well, we'll save the games for next year, right? We don't want to I want to stick to like TV, movies, and books today. So like the worst thing we could do is run through like every talking point today, right?
Yeah, you've already been on for an hour and 20 minutes.
Guys, I pretty much do this all the time. I can do this all day. But a game I played 70 hours. Wow.
Yeah, Charlie, it's called RimWorld, right? Because I've just perpetually seen you on RimWorld every time I sign onto my computer.
If we're going to continue to talk about movies, we should pick specific genres or specific series.
That's what I was doing, and then it started.
And then we could break them down. And
that's what I was doing. I started with comedy.
Hard time with that one.
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work out. But we started with comedy, right? We can go to. Does anybody watch horror? That's not really my genre. I jump scare easily. It could be Cats, but if it's sudden, I'm like, all right. So
like
horror,
the movie's Cats. I heard that was a horror film.
You mean like Walking Dead?
Fair. I'm not opposed to that. That's a good show. It was a good show. Sorry. F and chat for Walking Dead used to be good. Scary movie. The first one was fun, right? And then they kind of did too many of those. I'm still a big believer as far as horror goes. And I know these are going to make me sound like a basic B word. And when it comes to horror movies, I kind of am one. It's not my genre. The first Scream movie and the first Saw movie were both excellent. Now, those got killed by them doing it over and over. But there is no better scene in the history of horror movies than the first scene in Scream. That could have been the whole movie. They didn't have to do anything else. And that was wonderful if you're into that genre. But But let's see here. The first question for teachers. In your opinion, which is the worst and best? Oh, in the MCU, the best. Okay, I'll start this and we'll go around, I guess. So I do it by tiers. I don't just pick one movie to say it's the best one. I believe in like a sort of tier system. And I would say the top tier is the first Avengers movie and Winter Soldier. That's the top tier. The bottom tier would be Iron Man's 2 and 3, maybe Thor 1 and 2, even though I'm a Thor guy, right? And that would probably be that.
I think my
I have to go, guys. I have a grad school meeting in an hour, and I have to get some stuff done before that.
Done. See you next time, maybe.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, all.
I think the Spider-Man sets from the MCU is really good. I think Tom Holland is like the picture perfect Peter Parker, just because like the way he acts, even like his normal persona is just, it oozes Peter Parker to me. Like I look at him, I don't see Tom Holland, I just see Peter Parker. Like he can't act in anything else.
That's fair. He's basically Kramer, but for Spider-Man.
Exactly. Yeah. Like he just kills that part so well that he just can't do anything else.
The C-Pars, is this in your wheelhouse?
I don't even know what MCU is.
Okay, that means the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? So that's like the Iron Man movies, the Avengers, stuff like that.
Not really.
Okay, so let me go back.
I watched one of the Iron Man. They were pretty good, but I mean, it's just not my knowledge universe.
The reason why I would even say, even within tier 1, even though it's not necessarily the best movie, just as like a movie, I still think the first Avengers movie has gone on to become criminally underrated just because it's so old now. But that's the one movie in the MCU that feels like you watched a comic book, right? It hits all of the comic book points. The jokes were perfectly placed and perfectly timed. The action was perfectly placed and perfectly timed. The universe wasn't too big yet where they had to fit in too many characters. It was the best representation of watching a comic book. It's not the Shawshank Redemption, right? It's not Forrest Gump. It's a comic book movie, and it did it literally perfect. Winter Soldier is probably a better movie in terms of like acting and cinematography, like all that kind of stuff. But the first Avengers movie was like the spirit of what this was supposed to be. The way I look at it, I still consider that like the gold standard.
So I have a weird question then about this kind of movies. I wanted to watch the new Joker because I love the one that Heath Ledger was in. Is it not worth it?
I hear it's super good. I still haven't seen it. I'm personally not a fan of the DC movies.
Okay, so why are you making that face?
Because you just mixed DC and Marvel, and that's like a huge
nerding out. I tried not to be. I tried to be nice about that.
I don't have control over my facial reactions, so I tried to bite my tongue, but my face gave it away. Joker was amazing, and
you looked like Dr. Chinkata asked me what that dinosaur was. That's how it looked when he asked me that.
I knew I'd made like a fatal error.
No, you did. That's people don't like that.
I don't care for it. I was waiting for chat to blow up because I'm sure that there are some really there are people that feel really deeply for this topic.
But on a serious note, I hear excellent things about that movie.
I saw the Joker. It was really well done.
Okay. All right. I will. I'll promise. I'll tread lightly next time. I mix. What did I mix?
You
mix DC, so
Which
DC Comics with Marvel Comics.
Oh, okay.
Those are like the two big comic book.
Yeah.
I'll have to message one of you privately the next time I ask a question.
We'll send you
a
list. That's good. We'll send you a list.
Please do.
Yeah, my big problem with DC as a whole is I don't believe that they trust you as an audience. If you've had my class before, you've heard this rant before, so I'll keep it brief. Here's the difference between Marvel and DC if we want to go that route. Marvel believes if they make a good movie, you're smart enough to go watch it. And here's the proof, right? The first Avengers movie, perfect comic book movie, right? We just had that discussion. And after that, as a movie studio, they were like, hey, you guys like that Avengers movie? That's cool. We're going to do something like that. But instead, we're going to have like a big tree, former pro wrestler Dave Bautista, and the doofus from Parks and Recreation. and that's going to be it. And you guys are like, oh, that's cool. All right, well, will Iron Man be making an appearance or anything like that? And they're like, nah, but the tree only has one line and he's voiced by Vin Diesel. Is that cool? And you're like, I guess. All right, will Captain America be showing up? No, but Chris Pratt lost some weight. And then they just put the movie out. And by the way, the movie was Guardians of the Galaxy, if you haven't gotten the joke yet. And the movie was amazing, and everybody went and watched it.
You didn't talk about Bradley Cooper. People see Bradley Cooper there, and they're like, I'm going to go watch Bradley Cooper. And he's
I forgot to say the raccoon. Yeah, in my usual speech, I don't forget to say the raccoon.
Okay.
Yeah, and the raccoon, right? DC, on the other hand, will not release a movie that does not have Batman or Batman-related characters into it. They refuse to do it. Case in point, Wonder Woman, probably the best DC Universe movie, right? Who's in the first scene of it?
I haven't seen Wonder Woman.
The answer's Batman. Who's in the last scene of it? The answer's Batman. And then you look at Birds of Prey, right? That just came out. When it flopped in the box office, they were like, hey, let's just change the name to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. If people know a Batman character's in it, maybe they'll go buy tickets, right? Like, so they don't trust you as an audience. They think you're stupid. And because they think you're stupid, I don't want to support their cause, right? Because that means they think I'm stupid. And look, they're right, but they don't know that. And that's basically my premise on that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Marvel versus DC. I know DC makes good like cartoons and stuff, though. They just haven't really hit the mark on the movies.
I feel like DC flopped hard in all aspects of their cinematography. Like you said, we're not stupid, so don't treat us that we're stupid. But like their comic books they were great stuff growing up.
Yep.
They had like the real, I would say, better. What's the word? When they come together, like Batman versus Superman and stuff like that.
Right?
Crossovers. Yeah, that's the word. Like those comics were like those thick comics from when we were kids that we would go and we would read at the comic book store because I couldn't purchase them because I had no money. So I would hide in like the corner and read them. But they were like super engaging, more so than like the Avenger comics. Like the Avengers were good, but I would much rather look at the crossovers from DC. And they had that opportunity and they just didn't do it.
Yeah, here's the thing I remind the kids too. Like you got to understand with those Avengers movies, those are not their A-listers. The Avengers were not popular. Iron Man was not flying off the shelves. The popular Marvel stuff is X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. That's why the other studios bought that stuff. And when Disney decided to do Marvel movies, they were like, well, what's left? I guess we'll do Iron Man. It just so happened they made a baller movie and were able to build the universe on it. Watchmen's the best thing ever, period, Diamond, whether it's the HBO show or the comic books, right? Watchmen's the best thing on planet Earth. Done deal. End of discussion, right? Love.
I gotta go. I'm gonna.
All right.
All right.
It was fun.
People are mean.
See you soon. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
But here's the thing, though. Like, is Watchmen really DC Universe? Like, it is now, right? Alan Moore kind of gave it up. But really, like, Watchmen is an Alan Moore book that DC just printed for him, right? Like, it wasn't really, like, their thing. I know that they have since integrated it into the universe with, what is it, Doomsday Clock or whatever their series is that started up recently. They have
haven't been following.
But
wish I was.
It generally wasn't really like, it was something DC owned. It wasn't really something DC did. Now that's kind of changed, right?
I feel like the CW is doing a good job carrying the DC enterprise. They have
their TV shows have success, right?
Yeah.
All right, talk about Star Wars. I have not seen much of the new stuff. And here's the thing, and I'm not one of those, oh, Disney killed it with the PC stuff. I think I just don't like Star Wars as much as I used to. I grew up on it and loved it and was like obsessed with it. But I didn't really like the prequels either. I'm like one of those, no, in my day it was better. I like the original three. The prequels, I think, were a little bit underrated, but they weren't very good. The first episode 1 did have Liam Neeson. He's very good looking. I mean, he's a very good actor. Love Liam Neeson. If they would have took out all the pod racing stuff, right, that would have saved them a solid hour and the movie would have been a lot better. But
I think they're good movies, but I don't think it's something to obsess over. I mean, franchise is great because you're getting the people who loved it in the 70s. They had kids and their kids were introduced to it in the early 2000s with the prequels, and now their kids' kids are having kids, and they can be introduced to the next sequels. So it's like a good franchise, but it's never been my preferred cup of tea. I'm more of a Lord of the Rings type of person when you come to trilogies, because that stuff is just beautiful. Like I think it's probably the best trilogy from start to finish ever. Not the Hobbits, but just the first 3 Lord of the Rings movies. I think it was done almost perfectly, near perfect. And Sophia, I agree with you.
What did we see? How about the Clone Wars? Wait, what we agree with what? What did I miss? Oh, the best. That might be true, actually.
Like I learned so much about. I think it's Mexican culture, right? Is that the?
I'll be real quick. I just got to run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
What's the name of the holiday that they celebrate? Chat.
Dia de Muertos.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, she almost said it. What's it? Oh, I can't speak Spanish. I know it's the Day of the Dead. Yeah, Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, like I learned so much about that, and I think it's like such a good idea to put into like any culture. Just like remembering your ancestors and looking at pictures of them. Like I have pictures of my grandparents on my desk, near my desk, because of that movie. I'll show you them. They're right over here. Haha. See, like, yeah. This is my great grandmother and great grandfather. Cool little fact about Papa, my great grandfather. He taught me how to play poker when I was 2 years old. So I was capable of adding up to 21 with multiple digits of cards at the age of 2. So I was playing poker and betting at the age of 2. I was counting cards at the age of 2, playing blackjack. And yeah, that's why I'm pretty decent at math, I think. And then my grandmother pretty much taught me how to read. She would play A Link to the Past with me and read all of the text for me because I couldn't read. So it was pretty fun stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to play poker with M&Ms before dinner. My mom would yell at my pop-up.
All right, where were we? Best Pixar? I like Toy Story 1 and 3. Just because I feel like it encapsulated my life perfectly, right? Like when Toy Story 1 came out, I was still a young kid that played with toys. I didn't see Toy Story 2 because I was too old for that S, right? And then Toy Story 3, now I'm old and I like my old toys again. And it's about like, oh, he's too old for it. And they're going, so it was like a perfect sort of, it was like a perfect timeline of somebody my age and their relationship with like toys and their interest in them and things along those lines. And like like how many times now people our age, Mr. Fuda, would be like, man, I wish I still had that thing that I used to have.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
I think that those movies paint a sort of perfect picture of that. And I think that that's really cool. But otherwise, Coco was brilliant. I loved Coco. That was excellent. Technically, a better movie.
I know not a lot of people don't like Moana too much, but I thought Moana was a great movie too. But I also have like a huge nerd crush on Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay.
And he wrote a bunch of those songs, and like all of the songs he wrote just happened to be the songs I really enjoy. But yeah, Monsters Inc. is great.
I don't remember it enough to answer that question, to be honest. Oh, Tangled. My wife's telling me to say Tangled.
Tangled is good.
One of those songs for our ceremony, right? Yeah, we used one of the songs from that for our wedding ceremony.
Nice. Yeah, I thought Moana was so good, but I also like traveled to New Zealand, so I learned a lot about like their culture, and their culture is really neat.
Didn't we watch Moana on the plane to Hawaii or the plane from Hawaii? Yeah, when we were going on our honeymoon on the plane to or from Hawaii, that's when I watched Moana. And I know when I'm like shiny hunting in Pokemon, I'll play the shiny song for like 10 hours because that's how long.
So shiny.
Yeah. But I play like the heavy metal version by Jonathan Young and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think like that's probably one of the best aspects of like these cartoon musical types of scenarios is when like bands actually like the music so much that they put it into their own genre. And like you listen to these like random bands doing these random things, even like rap artists just singing these songs, and it's like, oh wow, this is a really cool take on a different aspect of their songs.
I mean,
Brave is Pixar, yeah. No, Brave is Disney.
Brave is okay. Yeah, I don't remember Brave, to be honest. Like, I don't watch a lot of Disney anymore. My wife says it wouldn't be my type of movie. I'm a goofy movie guy, Lion King guy, not the new one. Yeah, that's why I asked as well for a list, right? I don't know what's Disney or Pixar or DreamWorks or DreamWorks. So, like, there's a whole bunch of people making these movies now. But let me see what else. But yeah, like any other comments, questions, movie-wise, television show-wise? Like, we'll keep today's theme the screens, right? I think the readers are gone, so we'll take books out of it. But we'll keep the screen theme going today. And
yeah, I think it's both. Yeah.
And for Thursday, we could look at Tuesday and Wednesday's Spirit Week topics, right? And then next Tuesday, we could look at Fridays, right? So we'll try to break up the talking points and keep them going.
And also we can. There's no law to make this Spirit Week only a week. So, like, as long as you guys participate and come up with ideas, we can extend this as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean,
I get creative.
I ask similar questions every day on Classroom, right? I do a question of the day on Classroom for my homeroom and my world and my US students. And the Spirit Week, like, one of them had to do with movies or shows already, right? So, like, the Spirit Week questions are very much like the ones I've done already, minus the cooking one. I don't cook. But yeah, I do similar stuff anyway, but keep them coming. What else What are you guys watching now? Parasite. Yeah, it won an Oscar, right? I hear really, really good things. Haven't gotten around to it yet. Westworld.
Reality TV.
Watch the first episode.
My wife watched the first episode of Westworld. I've watched 0 episodes. She wants to watch it with me.
I watched the first season of Westworld. I thought it was a really cool premise. I love the music, but I'm a huge Ramin Djawadi fan. So, yeah. I don't know if I said his name right, but
I haven't tried that one yet either, Martin. But I am looking for new shows. I got caught up into that Tiger King one. I don't think it's as good as #1 on Netflix right now. I don't think it's that great.
I hear it's a good escape, not necessarily that it's a good show.
Yeah, it's over. It's not bad. It's overrated as hell, though. It's super overrated. Yeah, Steven Universe, I hear good things. I have not watched that either. Curb Your Enthusiasm is excellent. It is excellent. Larry David is a genius. The best I'll have to look into that. The best sci-fi, if it even counts, is Battlestar Galactica. Period.
Oh,
the 2000
absolutely,
100%,
100%.
not the old people one.
It's the only thing I own on Blu-ray. So all 4 seasons
we'll
of
save
Battlestar.
podcasts. I think podcasts can work later. We'll save up on that one. I watched Black Mirror. I'm not caught up on it. I watched maybe like the first season, or if they install that in seasons. I think I watched like the first season.
I feel like it's something that you can't watch too much of because each episode is so deep that you have to like digest it. You just can't binge watch it.
I highly recommend. I don't know if any platforms have Battlestar Galactica right now. Avatar: The Last Bender, very, very good. How it's made, very good. I think we'll save like YouTube channels and podcasts for a separate one. Maybe like next week or something like that, because I want to go in order of like the Spirit Week stuff first, since they're to kind of synchronize with what they're doing. But then we could add on things like podcasts and video games if that's not on their list, or YouTube channels, or Twitch channels, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I think this is a good talking point for this type of podcast, just in terms of entertainment, because it's a great form of escaping while being stationary.
I need to escape this sort of monotony of this sort of bootleg lockdown. All right, my Sarah, have a good one. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate the participation. I appreciate you guys, everybody who comes and hangs out here. Right, we work pretty hard on these, so always appreciate you guys coming through. A lot of foreign shows. Interesting.
Who watches foreign shows?
I got to figure out what I'm going to watch when I'm done with this Tiger show. I'm already halfway, and I guess I got to finish it.
Do you like reality TV?
Not really. And you know how you can tell how depressed the world is on coronavirus? What was like number one on Netflix last week? Love is Blind. Do you guys know what that is? That's Nick Lachey's reality show. Shout outs to whoever knows who Nick Lachey is. I'm sure you
I watched it.
Yeah. And it's basically a show where like they marry people, they propose to people before they even see them. Like they just talk like through walls so they don't see each other. That was like number one. Like that's what people want to watch right now. It's just trash, right? And now what's number one? Tiger King, some more trash. It's like all anybody wants to do is escape into garbage, right?
We're watching The Circle, which is equally as garbage. It's the same thing. You're isolated in a room, and it's like social media experiment stuff. Oh, it's so badly good.
To put it into context, Ozark season 3 came out, and it's number 2 behind Tiger King. Ozark, by the way, great show. I don't know if they should be watching.
Yeah.
But refer to the link that Mr. Diamond posted.
They're watching The Walking Dead. They can pretty much watch that.
It's number 2 behind a show about Joe Exotic. That's wild. Gen 8 randoms. I'm not playing Pokemon right now. I've been maybe one day when I'm not hosting a class on here, I'll host like a Pokemon Showdown day though, because I could just screen share and we could put Showdown up, right? But lately I've been playing a different game and Pokemon hasn't been on my mind. Who posted that? I
don't know, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
This past Bachelor season was pretty drama filled, but not in the good sense of drama. It was pretty like, I don't know, whatever, Champagne Gate and stuff like that. Yeah.
Let's see what else they got. Charlie says that would be epic. Is that in reference to a Showdown day? Yeah. The mother-in-law was bad. I don't know if I know what that is. Is that related to The Bachelor? Or
yeah, she was a grotesque human. Yes, Martin. I feel like our overlap in what we've watched is like perfect because the stuff I've watched is not the stuff you've watched, and the stuff you watch is not the stuff I've watched. So it's like
so we hit
everything.
Yeah, we check all the boxes.
See, like this, I can answer this,
and I can just list every Nickelodeon show ever for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, Hannah Ann was great, and he was like, "Oh, but this other girl, Jersey Shore." No, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, hard pass.
Just because we're both from Jersey, and it kind of put Jersey in a negative light. So everyone that's not from Jersey is like, "Oh, you guys are like the Jersey Shore, ha ha ha." Gym Tan Laundry.
So we should just go down south and be like, "Oh, so you guys are all like that show Swamp People, right?" Like, shout out to anyone who's ever watched Swamp People. That was back when people watched TV, not Netflix. So I don't know if y'all ever seen that. I watched some Swamp People. I watched some trashy shows. I've watched Dog the Bounty Hunter, unironically.
That's grade A trash.
Yeah, that's what trashy TV is. My trashy TV is better than your trashy TV. That's how that works. And you defend your trashy TV and you talk trash on their trashy TV.
All right, I want to share this meme that I got.
What do you got? Do you know how to screen share? Have you learned this yet?
Yeah, I have. I got it. I have 2 monitors. Boom. Can I do that? Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it now, right? Every day.
Yep.
Every day is Saturday.
Yep, that's from Sarah Francis. I love it when students send me memes. Because I sent her this one. Yeah, this is a good one.
Oh. Not bad, not bad.
Good
yeah,
meme.
I feel like we're going to be here a while, right? That's what it's starting to really feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of my friends live in the Virginia, D.C. area. So Maryland, D.C., Virginia, all that stuff. Virginia's closed until like the beginning of June 10th or something like that. Like closed.
In New York.
Yeah, it's been...
And they haven't really spiked yet. So if that's all anticipatory, I think that's a word. Yeah, that sounds like a word. Anticipatory.
Yeah, I feel like that's a word. You're living your life in Animal Crossing. I have not gotten. Everyone keeps asking me about Animal Crossing. I have not gotten into that yet.
Can you explain Animal Crossing to me? Like, what type of game is it?
I hear it's basically a glorified Facebook farm game.
Is it like Harvest Moon?
I hear it's like Stardew.
Stardew?
Stardew Valley, yeah.
But like with more fishing?
Probably. I mean, it's what is it? Popular. I hear great things. I think it's just maybe not for me.
You get debt and paid
off?
Oh, so you're a millennial.
Yeah, it's just life. That's Life Simulator. Except you could probably win in Animal Crossing. You ain't gonna win here. It's
I mean, Stardew Valley, you take out a debt on your house too, right?
I might play co-op, so I don't know.
Pops, yeah. That you literally just grind. Okay. Oh, we still have 22 people after an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. Why, are we out of steam? Is it time to call it?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Depends. I have nothing else to do. My wife works until like 7:30 anyway, and I have to stay away from her so I don't bother her.
Yeah, fair.
After this, nope, you pay your debt to get more debt. Oh, yeah.
All right. I mean, it seems like they're out of steam. Did we miss anything as far as things they're watching or suggestions? Or
Not
I don't
that
think
I
so.
know.
A lot of Bachelor and Love Island UK.
Jake wants a wrench. I'm not giving I'm not giving Jake a wrench.
I don't even think I have a wrench.
No, you don't probably.
I mean, I don't care, but I don't think I have.
Tabs open. Oh, too many tabs. Chat, what do you want to listen? What do you want to hear us talk about?
I mean, I was planning on keeping John Cena's entrance theme on the whole time, but I ended up muting that. That's how I got ready to come out here. I had John Cena's theme on.
How about this? What types of games can we do as like through the podcast, like stupid games, like Scribble.io or some sort of like Family Feud game or something like that? And like just either bring in students they can call in or have teachers call in and do some sort of game show. What do you think? I just don't have ideas for it.
There's a lot of them. There's like Jackbox, but that might cost money.
Werewords is good, yeah.
What's the limit on Jackbox though?
Is there a Family Feud mobile? I would play. I'm super good. Not to toot my own horn, I am super good at Family Feud.
So this was my idea for a Family Feud type of game, except we survey the entire school.
Yeah, we do the questions with the school. That's exactly what I was saying.
And then like have like DFAB teachers versus Colsty teachers and performing arts teachers versus like that.
The students and the teachers play, or vice versa, right? Yep. Or we survey the teachers and the students play. But there's more students, so it's probably easier to survey them.
Exactly.
So we have to kind of think like, this is what I think the answer would be, but what would these clowns think the answer is, right? You got to kind of think like them and figure that out.
Yeah, I like that. Thanks, Zoe.
10 people, and like as long as one of you owns it and just shares the screen.
Yeah, apparently Jackbox can play up to 10 people as long as one of us owns it and shares the screen too. That's a possibility. But yeah, no, I'll definitely read Click Clack Moo. Probably not on one of these because I don't think like Mr. I'll do it on my own. I'll read Click Clack Moo. I'll show you guys the pictures and everything. I seriously ordered the book. I'm not playing with y'all. I ordered it exactly when I said I ordered it, and I believe it'll be here Saturday. So I might have it for like Tuesday. Should we dress up as cows? So I don't have a cow onesie. I do have a manatee onesie, which is a sea cow. I do have a sea cow onesie.
Facts.
So maybe I got to go into the book and sort of draw over it and turn all of the cows into sea cows, and see how that goes. See you later, Henrik. But yeah, I'll definitely do Click Clack Moo. Maybe I'll do some others. I got to get Marlon Bundo out of my classroom too, or just order a new copy. That's a good one. You already got
she does. That's right.
Well, dust that off. We'll see about that.
I mean, I still have my Elsa costume.
True. I don't think I have any costumes. I don't really want one either. I'm kind of happy to be in jeans and a t-shirt, to be honest. Well, we'll see. Unless I can get like a power line costume, I'd wear that. Let's see. Cow onesie. I was in alpha. I don't know what that is. Let's see. A lot of yeses. A lot of people want Click Clack Moo, I guess. We should definitely do Drawful 2 while it's still free. I'll Google that now.
Gordy, you were in alpha. You want to know what game I was in alpha for? It's this game called World of Warcraft. That's how old I am. Like I said, Mr. Minervini, we have similar likes, but like it doesn't overlap.
Yeah, I tried World of Warcraft. Honestly, it's just not pretty enough for me. Like my character's got to look like me, or else I won't play it. When I started playing Neo 2, I spent like 3 hours in the character. It's got to look like me, or I'm not going to play. And World of Warcraft in there.
Drawful 2 is a Jack in the Box game or a Jackbox game.
What qualifies someone to be posh? Let's see. I'll Google that really quick. Luxurious. Okay.
And
you still wearing fun socks?
I have these socks.
Yeah, I just got regular socks today.
They're colorful. Those are my school socks.
I either do fun shirt or fun socks. I don't do both. That's overkill. Let's see. WoW is ancient. Guild Wars is better than WoW anyway.
Yeah.
I was doing Elder Scrolls Online for a bit too. Like back when that started.
Yeah,
It's like good. I hear it's good now and it was terrible then, but I played it back when it was terrible.
I played a lot of WoW because of the PvP aspect of it. I just like that. I don't like necessarily playing against computers with my friends. I like to play against other people with my friends. So that's why I played WoW. Otherwise, like, I don't know, just co-op versus the computer kind of seems a little lame.
Fair. Yeah, Guild Wars had PvP. At least Guild Wars 1 did. I don't remember in 2.
Guild Wars 1 definitely did, yeah.
Anyone remember Spiral Knights? I don't know what that is. Was that on Nickelodeon or?
Yeah, it gets really lonely. Charlie, I agree.
It's a big world, right? If it's not crowded. Let's see. How long are we in now?
We're almost at 2 hours.
Damn. I mean, I could do this for a few hours a day. I know, like, their initial plan was like an hour, right? But like, if we have the content, right? I feel like it's a pretty easy formula too, right? Start with any sort of school stuff going on, and then just take a topic like this and roll with it. I feel like it works, right?
Yeah, I mean, we both are very spontaneous in terms of the knowledge that we have and the content that we can disseminate. I think it's
as long as like Nickelodeon comes up, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
But like the stuff you can't talk about, I probably could talk about. Stuff I can't talk about, you could probably talk about.
Besides Minecraft, I don't play Minecraft.
Yeah, I never got into Minecraft. I play Terraria though.
You play what?
Like Terraria.
Oh, okay.
It's like a side-scrolling platform Minecraft. My 6-year-old nephew plays it, and he calls me about every day, Uncle Tony, can you play Terraria? And so we play.
That's the idea, though, John. That's the idea, right? We got to get out the important stuff and make sure that everybody is happy, healthy, and comfortable with their current school situation, right? But then it's, how are you guys doing, right, outside of that? I think that's important, right? Especially under what is kind of like quarantine, right? The passage of time is very important, right? Escapism is very important. You're gonna start playing Overwatch with your brothers again? Go for it. They still play?
Probably.
Yeah, we'll spend time on video games separately. I don't know if we should really be diving into video games right now. I think we should save that, right? If they got nothing else on like the movies and shows, it might be time to call it. Because if we burn video games now, right, that's a day we've lost in the future. And we don't know how long we're going to be here, right? This could be the rest of the year. We might need material for the rest of the year. So maybe let's not burn that bridge, right? Maybe we should keep that one up.
Zoe, I was possibly looking into the VR app where like you just draw and like do my lessons through there if possible. But that I started looking into that and I was like, hell no, this is way too much work. But it looks cool if you can do it. I was watching some people do that on Twitch. New Overwatch character? When were they released?
I lost one of my hair ties.
Oh, is Echo the new one?
We also had a couple other ideas for future streams. We were thinking about like a pet day. About pet day. The problem with that though is I would have to use a Chromebook, and then we might run into like the diamond problems, right? Like the reason why my stuff never breaks up is because I'm on like a professional setup right here, right? With Ethernet and all that kind of stuff. But aside from like my wife coming over here with the cat, I can't really show you them like playing, right, and doing cat stuff, right? So that's something I'd probably have to do on the Chromebook. Also, I have like 3 aquariums, and I can't really like bring them over here. They're quite heavy, but I got like a lot of fish and a blue lobster. There you go. So that's something that I personally would have to do on the Chromebook, and probably everybody would.
Are plants pets?
Sure. But also we would have to get all the other staff. We would have to see like what staff members want to do it and get them to sign up. And yeah, you guys. So I was thinking a pet day, the earliest would be like next Thursday, a week from Thursday. This way, you know, on Thursday we can cover the rest of the Spirit Week stuff. And then on Tuesday we can cover the last of the Spirit Week stuff. And then maybe Thursday would be pet day. And that also, and have a great day, Sophia. Thanks for coming by. That would give us time to sort of arrange who wants to sign up for that one and can like show off their pets. It would give you guys time to submit pictures. I think that's a great idea, Martin, to submit pictures of the pets because we can put them up here. And we would have to set up, laptops and things so we could move around if that's because I would probably have to do that personally, which I might be able to switch back and forth though, right? I could probably be on here. And then when I'm like, okay, time to go see the pets, I could probably just like sign out of this one, sign in on a laptop and move or something like that. Yeah, I think a lot of us are going to be pooped, right? You guys have allegedly been doing schoolwork before this stream, and now we've been here for like 2 hours, right?
I think 2 hours is a good time to end.
I think
so we have 3.5 minutes.
But keep that pet day in mind. I will talk to some of the others about this, and we'll try to find a place where you could submit pictures if you're about that life. Things
and also like remember, you guys can come up with ideas too, and just like let us know because we're more than game with literally anything.
Yeah, I post that on Classroom every time, right? Like this morning or last night, I forget which one. I was like, hey, going live tomorrow. Last chance to pop in with any topics or questions you all want to talk about, right? So that's there for you, right? Because we're here to sort of get you guys through this. Not sure. We don't really have a schedule yet, Charlie. The only schedule that at least I have in my head, not that it's official, it's not just up to me, right? But the thing I have in my head right now is Thursday to go over today and tomorrow's Spirit Week stuff, and Tuesday to go over Friday's Spirit Week stuff. After that, it's all up in the air. There could be Gamer Day if that's not already part of Spirit Week. There could be Pet Day if that's not already part of Spirit Week. Right? Anything else you guys can think of?
I think a good idea potentially. Have you played Overwatch, Mr. Minervini?
I don't play shooting games. My wife does though.
Okay, cool. Because I barely play. So if we can get students to like 5v5 against each other and have us commentate on it, I think it would be I think it'd be pretty hilarious to have like a student gamer day type of thing. Like we're with games we don't know.
And we could do that honestly, like not to toot the Pokemon horn again, but we could do that very easily with Pokemon Showdown. If 2 of them are playing a match on Showdown, they could put the link up and we could put it up here and everybody can see it. We could, that's a very easy game to work with.
I think if we do stuff like that, I'm gonna have you broadcast because your internet is way better than my internet. My setup is great, and I think my computer can handle it. But I live in the boonies, and like the best internet we can get is like 15 up.
So, I got the for real Fios.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the first thing we did. I was like, we're getting the for real Fios, not like the basic one. Just to get I got the legit stuff. So.
I made the crucial mistake of buying a house without looking for internet availability.
Sorry.
Yeah, like we fell in love with this house, and like it's in a great spot for potential like school districts for future kids and stuff like that. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. And then like we signed. I was like, I didn't look for. Oh no. I didn't look for internet. and it was like only DSL, like 30 down, 3
What
up,
year
and I
is
was just like,
Yes. Oh, what year is it?
yeah, that's what I said, and it was his biggest mistake of my life. So yeah,
But
I think
you said you used to live where I live now, or your brother does, or something like that. Like,
are you in Lyndhurst?
yeah,
Yeah, my brother lives really close to you, I think.
yeah.
Like down
All
the
right,
road.
I think it's time to call it. So, guys, thank you guys so much for coming. Everybody who's still here, everybody who was here. We really appreciate it. We will be back on Thursday. Like I said, realistically covering tomorrow and Wednesday's Spirit Day stuff, as well as any new school updates. If there are any, right? There probably won't be between now and then. But if there are any, we'll get into that. And also don't forget to hit up our Google Classrooms or emails if you guys have anything you want to discuss, right? And you guys can bring that stuff here. I'm going to log out. I think Fuda's got the reins today, so he can close it out when he sees fit.
I will.
Everybody have an excellent day, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Or if you have my class, maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow if you feel like showing up. So everybody take care. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Try to have some fun.
Good night. Also, if anyone else is still here, we need a good name for this podcast. So if you guys can think of that, I think that would be a pretty cool idea. But other than that, exactly what Mr. Minervini said. Stay human, be safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face. Good luck.